The banking theme, and another bank that reported numbers over the extended weekend is Yes Bank. High provisions have dented the earnings momentum, but loan growth also a bit muted. But there have been a lot of strengths in terms of reduction of NPAs in particular, and slippage ratio coming in much lower. Prashant Kumar, the Managing Director and CEO of Yes Bank, joins us now. Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and season's greetings from all of us. A great Diwali to you. To get down to business, you have looked like used a good quarter to strengthen the balance sheet, to provide more. But is this the highest in terms of provision? Can we expect lower provisioning from coming quarters?
So, Lata, if you see like our credit cost, we are able to contain around 60 basis points. Okay. This was one of the quarter where two accounts, there was an aging related provision amounting to 750 crores. But going forward, this kind of aging kind of thing we are not seeing. Okay. And the credit cost would remain under guidance. This was more related to only two accounts. And if you just take out these two things, you can just estimate what would have been on the net profit side. So I think this is not an issue, and we are not reading too much into the profit after tax. But I think if we see in terms of the core parameters, everywhere there has been a significant improvement.
Mr. Kumar, good morning. Happy Diwali to you. Your NPAs still remain at elevated levels. This shift of assets of up to 48,000 crores to ARCs, how will it help? And at a time when most banks are seeing an improvement in asset quality, your bank fails to see that. Can you explain why?
No, I really don't know which figures we are seeing. If you see our slippage continuously coming down, our net NPA number has come down to 3.6%. Our gross NPA number has come down to now below 13. We started this journey with a very, very large NPA pool. And if you see, there has been a continuous improvement, both in terms of NPA number coming down, also in terms of slippages continuously coming down. So I think there has been a good traction. And once the transaction on the ARC would happen, our gross NPA number would come down to 2%, and net NPA would be around 1%.
Okay. No, my question more was to compare it to some of the other banks, but of course that comparison is not valid. You're still sitting at very high NPAs, gross NPAs of almost 13%. But yes, it's come down compared to what we've seen earlier. So you said post this, your gross NPAs will come down to how much? 2%. By when? What kind of a timeline are you looking at?
So we are expecting this transaction to be concluded within November.
Okay. Let me come back to assets and liabilities. Deposit growth, very good. You think you can maintain this pace? A quarter-on-quarter growth of 3.5%. How does it look to you?
Rather, like if you see in terms of deposit growth, say 13%. And the best part is that our current account growth is 21% and saving account growth is 18%. And the real advantage which is coming to us is in terms of the average current account growth. Average current account growth is 38% and average saving bank is 30%, which is actually helping us in terms of reducing our cost of deposit. And you must have noticed our cost of deposit has actually come by 10 basis points, whereas our yield on advances has gone up by 50 basis points.
Do you have CD or wholesale borrowings at all which you can bring down?
So CD deposits have already, like if you see as compared to the even previous quarter, has come down by 3,000 crores. So today we are carrying a CD of around just 1,500.
Not much.
On the loan growth side, your loan growth has improved quite a bit. I mean, compared to a degrowth for the last at least 8-10 quarters. Now, for the last 5-6 quarters, it's been a growth of around 3%, now then 8%, and in the quarter gone by, about 11.5%. What do you see as a sustainable loan growth for Yes Bank in the second half of the year and by the end of the fiscal?
I think loan growth of around 15% is something which we would be able to achieve without any issue. Because if you see, in our retail has grown by 43%. MSME has grown by 19% and mid-market has grown by 32%. So overall, there has been a very good growth. It's only like degrowth on the large corporate, which I would be saying some strategic calls and some, I think, the welcome repayments in some of those loans. So I think this combination resulted into 18% degrowth on the large corporate, which is not going to happen going forward. So over a 15% growth on the loan side, but definitely it would be having a higher proportion on the retail, MSME and the mid-market.
Okay. We hope so, sir. We hope so. If the economy slows, mid-market takes the hit before large corporates. But we do hope it doesn't slow to that extent. Just coming back to that ARC transaction, can you just tell us exactly all the changes that will happen to the P&L and balance sheet? I guess balance sheet also shrinks, right? GNPA also shrinks. What will be the changes? Security receipts go up?
So on the balance sheet, since like 84% provisioning is there, okay? So on the net side, we are not going to see any impact, okay, because of this provisioning. On the P&L, like if we see the construct of the transaction, 15% would, as a cash would come to us immediately. Okay? And remaining 85% would move from the NPS to the NPIs. But going forward, there would not be much change on the P&L. But the best part is that since a very large book would be going out of the bank, our PSL requirement would significantly come down. Because the PSL requirement is calculated on the basis of the gross NPS. So I think that would really help us in our profitability also.
No, but this 15% that you're getting for the upfront sale of the assets, you will reinvest as equity in that ARC, correct? Is there any write-in also?
That would be a very small amount. I think the equity contribution from the bank, even for 19.99%, would be somewhere between 300 to 350 crores.
What will be the net write-in?
Whereas the 15% which we would be getting would be something around more than 1,000 crores.
Oh, okay. So there is a 600 to 700 crore that comes directly to profit, right? Okay. We'll leave it at that, Mr. Kumar. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. And we do hope 2017 is a great year for you and for Yes Bank.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, markets at this point in time